ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सरस्वति नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषये भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्ते भेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणी। नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे फुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयः प्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। सर्वोपनिषदो गावः दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्सः सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत् वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचानूरमर्दनम् देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम् भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोत्पला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनी सोतीर्णा खलु पाण्डवै रणनदी कैवर्तककेशवः पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलं गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटम् नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथा सम्बोधनाबोधितम् लोके सज्जनषट्पदैरहरः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूयाद्भारतपङ्कजं।  कलिमलप्रध्वंसिनः श्रेयसे मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिम् यत्कृपात्तमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमम् देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् ॐ श्री परमात्मने नमः
ओम श्री
ॐ श्री
नमः
मणि
अथ
नमः।
पञ्चमोऽध्यायः
अथ
पंचमोऽध्यायः
पञ्चमोऽध्यायः।
श्रीभगवानुवाच
श्री
श्रीभगवानुवाच
योगयुक्तो विशुद्धात्मा विजितात्मा जितेन्द्रियः
योगयुक्तो
योगयुक्तो
विशुद्धात्मा
विशुद्धात्मा
विजितात्मा
विजितात्मा
जितेन्द्रियः
जितेन्द्रियः
सर्वभूतात्मभूतात्मा कुर्वन्नपि न लिप्यते
सर्वभूतात्मभूतात्मा
सर्वभूतात्मभूतात्मा
कुर्वन्नपि न
कुर्वन्नपि न
लिप्यते।
लिप्यते
योगयुक्तः विशुद्धसत्त्वः विजितात्मा विजित इन्द्रियः सर्वभूतात्मा सन् तत्त्ववित् ज्ञानी कुर्वन् अपि कर्म कुर्वन् अपि न करोति कर्मफलेन अथवा कर्मणा न लिप्यते सर्वभूतात्मा सर्वभूतानाम् आत्मा प्रत्यहात्मा इति सर्वेषां ब्रह्मादीनां स्तम्भपर्यन्तानां भूतानाम् आत्मभूतः आत्मा प्रत्यगात्मा चेतनः यस्य सः सर्वभूतात्मा. We saw the Shloka along with the Bhashyam as well as Shankaranandiyam. Sarvabhutatma Bhutatma, so that is a tattva is Samyak Darshi Jnani. Samyak Darshi Bhashakara said. Samyak Darshi, Samyak Darshanam, Asya Asti, Samyak Darshi. The Samyak Darshi is Krishna to Nandi Gragi, Achar Vibhyaha, Yunini Achaha. The Ninik Pratyaya, Darshi. So Darshan, Darshi, Darshino, Darshinaha, Samyak Darshi. सः किमर्थं कर्म करोति कर्मणा किं प्राप्नोति कर्मणा प्राप्तव्यम् अथवा कर्तव्यं यद्यपि किमपि नास्ति तथापि लोकसङ्ग्रहार्थं कर्म करोति तेन कर्मणा न लिप्यते इति we saw this shloka कुर्वन्नपि न लिप्यते important pada. The commentary of this line is given in the next two shloka, which is often quoted. Tattvavit Jnani, even though he does actions, but he doesn't do. Kurvanapi na karoti. कुर्वन्नपि अहं न करोमि इति 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 the सम्यक् दर्शिनः. That jnanam is beautifully explained. It's commented upon in the following two shlokas, shloka number 8 and 9. So these two shlokas can be considered as a commentary to the line Kuruvannapi na lipyate. So let us read. Nacha asau paramartatah karoti iti ataha
न च असौ परमार्थतः करोति
इति अतः
naiva kinchit karometi yukto manyeta tattvavid.
नैव
नैव
किञ्चित्
किञ्चित्
करोमि
करोमीति युक्तो
युक्तो
मन्येत
मन्येत
तत्त्ववित्
तत्त्ववित्
पश्यन् शृण्वन् स्पशन् जिघ्रन् अश्नन् गच्छन् स्वपन् स्वशन्
पश्यन्
पश्यन्
शृण्वन्
शृण्वन्
स्पृशन्
स्पृशन्
जिघ्रन्
जिघ्रन् अश्वन्
अश्नन् गच्छन्
स्वपन्
स्वपन्
स्वसन्
श्वसन्
प्रलपन् विसृजन् गृह्णन् निमिषन् निमिषन्नपि
प्रलपन्
प्रलपन्
विसृजन् गृह्णन्
गृह्णन्
उन्मिषन्
उन्मिषन्
निमिषन्नपि
निमिषन्नपि
इन्द्रियाणीन्द्रियार्थेषु वर्तन्त इति धारयन्
इन्द्रियाणीन्द्रियार्थेषु
इन्द्रियार्थेषु
वर्तन्त
वर्तन्ते
इति
धारयन्.
धारयन्.
These two shlokas are read together because the eighth shloka, it's not complete. You have the Shatranta Rupani, Pashyan, Shranban, Sprashan, Jigran, Ashnan, Gachan, Swapan, Shvasan, Pralapan, Visrajan, Grandan, Unmishan, Nimishan. All these are various actions, activities which a Tattvavita seems to be doing. Jigran plus Ashnan, Namuttagama Sandhi. That's good. It's a good place to split and know the sandhis here. Nacha asau paramartataha karoti ityataha. Asau paramartataha na karoti. Kurvanapi na lipyate. Therefore, saha, kaha saha, that person. Who is that person? Yogena yuktaha, vishuddhatma, vijitatma, jitendriyaha. By all the preparator means the one who has gained the Samyik Darshanam, that is Samyik Darshi, Sarvabhutatma, Bhutatma, Saha, Saha, that wise person. Paramartataha, Paramartha Drishtiya, really speaking, Paramartha Drishtiya, na karoti. Urvanapi, na karoti, the ataha eva na lipyate. Ataha, therefore, Paramartataha, he doesn't do. Maybe he may be seems to be doing. He may, it appears that he is doing various actions from the standpoint of the people, but from his standpoint, jnana avastha, drishtya, paramatataha, paramata drishtya, he doesn't do it. Aham atma, shuddha chaitanyam, nitya shuddha, bodha mukta svabhavaha, aham atma. Atma is avikriyaha. Ataha, aham sarvavyapi, atma, jagat karanam brahma, Ishwarat na bindaha, I am sarvavyapi, all pervading, akashavat. So what action can he do? So therefore, avikriyaha, atma, therefore I don't do. That is from the standpoint of his knowledge. Na karomi iti ataha, therefore. Therefore, naiva kinchit karomi iti. Therefore, he says, kaha tattvavitu. Naiva kinchit karomi iti. Iti. Therefore, it is as though the Tattvavita says, speaks. Tattvavita is the one who knows the Tattvam, Atma Tattvam, Yatatme Jnanam, Tattvam Veti iti Tattvavita. One who knows the truth, true nature of oneself. Before Jnanam, because of Adhyaropa, Atasmin Tad Buddhihi, there was a mix-up of Atma and Atma due to Viveka. Now, after Jnanam, after Viveka Jnanam, he clearly, distinctly understands that Aham Shuddha Atma iti, Aham Atma Nainam Chindanti Shastrani. The statements, all those vakyas are the description of oneself. Therefore, he knows the Tattvam. The Tattvavit Manyeta, Manyeta Ling Lakara can be taken as Manyete or Manyeta. In both ways we can take. Ling Lakara generally in sense of Agnya, Pratana, Arte, Lingaha, Linglotau. But here we can take it as the Agnya in the sense that the Tattvavit or the one who desires to know the truth. The one after Shravanam and Mananam practices Nididhyasanam, again Jnananishta. He must think so. So in that way also we can take Manyeta as Ling Lakara or Tattvavita Manyete. Manyete can be taken as Manyete also. Vashikara does in fact. Chintayati, the Bhashami will say. Tattvavita, a Jnani who thinks, who considers. So therefore, Manyeta as a Ling Lakara, we can take that. This is an Upadesha to the person who has done the Jnana Yoga Sadhana, the Shravanam and Mananam, and is committed to absorb this vision, wants to gain Nishta, therefore Manyeta. He must think, consider himself to be Aham Kinchitapi na karomi. I do not do anything. Kinchitapi certainly do not do anything in this way. In this way, Vidyasanam karotu. In this way, the one who is committed to Jnana should do Nididhyasanam. Naiva Kinchit karomi iti. There are different, we saw in Vedanta Sara also, different types of Nididhyasana. Samadhi Abhyasa Rupa Nididhyasana, where Ashtanga Yoga is taken, the support of Ashtanga Yoga, practicing Samadhi Abhyasa Rupa Nididhyasanam. That culminates in Vikalpa Samadhi. Vikalpa Samadhi preceded by Shravanam and Mananam. And Nididhyasana, that meditation, that culminates in Samadhi. So for Samadhi Abhyasa Rupa Nididhyasanam, अथवा श्रवण अभ्यास रूप निधिध्यासनम, constantly listening to the Shastram itself in Nididhyasanam, punah Shravanam Nididhyasanam, or Brahma Abhyasa Rupa Nididhyasanam. Aham Brahma iti. Person is alert to all the actions, all the things, all the time. That is Brahma Abhyasa Rupa Nididhyasanam. Nididhyasanam is done for the purpose of removing the habitual thinking pattern, which has deeply entrenched in the mind of the sadhaka. That has to go. Even though Jnanam has taken place at the time of Shravanam, because of the previous samskara, the strong samskara, the orientation, the Jnana Palam, that is Nishta, is not yet gained. Therefore, Nididhyasanam can be done in the form of Samadhi Abhyasa or Brahma Abhyasa or Shravana Abhyasa, listening to the Shastram, right? The listening and writing, all this, always in contact with the Shastram. or Brahma Abhyasa Rupa Nididhyasanam, and that is Brahma Abhyasa Rupa Nididhyasanam, Aham Brahma, Ataha, Aham Na, Katam Pashyami, that Darshana Kriya, that I don't do Darshana Kriya, I don't see, Aham Na Karta, Aham Na Drashta, Pashyan is there, therefore Aham Drashtana Bhavati, Shrimanapi, Na Shrota, Sriman is Prashan Api, Na Sprashta, Jigarnapi, Na Grata, Ashtanapi, even though I eat, but I am not eater. Aham na kadami, na ashnami. Gacchanapi, aham na gacchami. Aham na ganta, na bhavati kadapi. Swapanapi, even though I sleep. Aham na swapimi. Tadvata shvatanapi na vasimi. Tadvata all the actions. By action, I don't become the doer of that action. Therefore, the action is mithya. Aham satyatma, not cannot do action. Similarly, pralapan, visajan, grandan, homishan, nimishan, napi, with regard to all the kriyas, all the actions. I don't become the doer of his action. There is no trich. That kartritvam, that karta, that karta, that is gone. That is the main karaka, primary karaka. Every dhatu, there are dhatus can be classified. There are dhatus in general can be classified as sakarmaka and akarmaka. There are dhatus which are akarmaka. But there are no dhatus, which cannot take karta. Every dhatu must have karta, the doer must be there. That's why it's a primary karakam. The most important karakam is karta. All the actions are centered around karta. Therefore, when kartritvam is cut, all the other karakas fall apart. That is why Brahmarpanam, Brahmavihi, Brahmagno, Brahmanavatam, all these karakas upamardhanam is done. That is the vision. So therefore, aham kinchitapi naiva karomi. Pashyan, seeing, shrinman, listening, expression, all these pullinga, pratama, vibhakti, ekavachanam, yatranta rupam, jigran, smelling, experiencing smell. Even though I experience smell, but I am not the experiencer. Ashnan, eating or tasting, it is a vyavahara. All these are vyavahara of the jnanendriya. So shrinman, shota, that is stotram, prashan, touching, that is tvagendriya, jigrans, rasanendriya, ashnan, jikhva. Jigran is, which is nasika, granendriya, ashnan, tasting, rasanendriya. So all these are jnanendriya. So jnanendriya, indriyani, indriyarteshu vartante. Aham na kimapi na karomi. Similarly, karmendriyas also. Gachan, gachati, movement of the legs. Swapan is rest, could be resting or could be sleeping. Shvasan, breathing. That is the activities of the prana. Prana is a, therefore karmendriyas do karma. I don't do karma. Aham kimapi na karomi. Pralapan, talking. Visarjan, excretion. Grannan, that holding, that is the astendriya, karma of astendriya. Unmission, unnimission. There are also pranas are involved, upapranas are involved. Unmission, nimission, closing the eyes, opening the eyes. Unmission, opening. Nimission, closing. All the vyavahara of the prana. But here, Vedanta Sara, we saw that prana which is involved in opening and closing of the eyes is kurma upaprana. There are pancha prana, there are some upapranas also. Further division. That kurma is the upaprana, which is responsible for closing and opening of the eyes. They do, but I don't do. Iti In all these activities, the Tattvavit, the one who knows the Tattvam, the Atmavit, Saha, Naiva Kinchit Karomi, I don't do anything. Iti Dharayan, Iti Dharayan, Iti Chintayan Dharayan, the one who thinks, one who Dharayan Nididhyasan, Nididhyasanam Karoti, Nididhyasanam Kurvan, Indriyani Indriyarteshu Vartante, Indriyas are engaged in their Indriya Vishaya. But I don't do anything. I'm Sakshi eva. Sakshi Drugeva Nato Drishyate Na Karoti. Sakshi is just the witness. Sakshi is the witness. He doesn't participate in the actions of the actions of the Sharira Manasangata. The presence of Sakshi Chaitanya, all the body, mind, sense organs function, but Sakshi remains like in the Mundaka Upanishad, it is said the two birds, Vasuparna Sayuja Sakaya, Samane Vrikshe, Purusho, Nimagnaha, Vasuparna, Samana Vriksham Parishasvajat, Tayoranyas Pipalam Swadoti, Anashtandanin Abhicha Kashiti, the other bird doesn't eat. He is a witness. Watch the other bird. Other bird which is Atma Paramatma. So therefore Sakshi, it is the one who enjoys the vision of Tattvam Tattvavita is not affected by karma. Means he is free from Kartrutvam. In fact, this person is Sarva Sankalpa Sannyasi. He is got sannyasa. Even though he has not formally got sannyasa, but he is a sannyasi. Sarva Sankalpa Sannyasi. Kurvanapi na karoti. The Kartrutvam has dropped. Therefore he is sannyasi. Sannyasi in the sense of that he is muktaha. For him, sannyasa is not required. Even Vidvat sannyasa also. Vidvat sannyasa taken, or if it is a sadhaka who is practicing nishta, he can take to Vidvat sannyasa. Or if it is a jnani, he is a sarvakalpa sannyasi, he is a jnani. Whichever ashrama he may be in, he is a sarvakalpa sannyasi. Even if the person enjoys a vision and remains in the Grihastha he is a sannyasi, sarvakalpa sannyasi. Or if the person is a sadhaka, he is doing nididhyasanam to gain nishta, then he is qualified to take sannyasa, Vidvat sannyasa. Bhashikara, he says, sarvakalpa sannyasi. Now let us read the Bhashyam. Bhashyam is simple. Naiva kinchit karomiti
नैव किञ्चित् करोमीति
yuktah samahitah san
युक्तः समाहितः सन्
सन्
manyeta chintayet
मन्येत चिन्तयेत्
चिन्तयेत्
tattavit atmanah yathatmyam
तत्त्ववित्
तत्त्ववित्
आत्मनः
याथात्म्यम्
tattvam veti iti
तत्त्वं वेति इति
tattavit
तत्त्ववित्
तत्त्ववित्
paramarthadarshi ityarthah.
परमार्थदर्शी इत्यर्थः
Small comment, but the second paragraph also is there. But this is the commentary to the shloka. Naiva kinchit karomi iti yuktah samahitah san. I don't do anything. I don't do any action at all. The yuktah, the one who is yuj to connect, is always connect, is always alive to the teaching, to the truth. That is yuktaha. So when we say alive, alert, means is aware to this vision of truth always. Therefore, it can never be carried over by ajnanam yuktaha. That is why he is alert. Samahitaha, chitta samadhanam. Always the chitta, the mind is focused in this division of the atma being the truth. San, manyeta chintaye can be taken as an agnya of the Shastram. Let him think, let him consider, let him always entertain this thought. Aham na karomi, in spite of doing. In this way, a person should do nididhyasnam. We can take it as an upadesha, because ling lakara is a chintaye, or it can be converted into lat lakara also, and can taken as this is a way in jnani thinks also. That way also can be interpreted. So tattvavita, what is that? Who is tattvavita? Atmanaha yatatmyam. Atmanaha yatatmyam swarupam. That is the tattva. Tattvam is Atmanaha Swarupam. Atmanaha Swarupam, the nature of Atma. One who knows the nature of Atma, the Atma being oneself. Tattvam, Veti, iti Tattvavite, Paramartha Darshi, Paramaschaso Paramaschaso Vartaha, Paramarthaha. Paramarthaha, Paramartham, Paramartha Darshi. So, Paramartha Darshi, Tattva Darshi. One who has the vision of the Paramartha, the truth. So the Paramartha-dashi, one who sees, one who has the vision, one who has a vision of the truth of Paramartha. Paramartha is Atma. So Paramartha, Tattvadarshi, Paramartha-darshi, Tattvavita is one who has gained the vision of the knowledge of the truth. Paramartha-darshi. Now, the next paragraph, a small discussion is there. Kada katamba tattvam avadharayan manyeta iti
तदा कथं वा
तत्त्वम् अवधारयन् मन्येत इति
uchyate pashyan iti.
उच्यते
उच्यते
पश्यन् इति
पश्यन्निति
Kada, when and katam how. When or how tattvam avadharayan manyeta. Manyeta, the person would think or would think. Tattvam avadharayan, having known the truth. Avadharayan, having ascertained the truth. Avadharayan. Tattvam samyak avadharayan, having ascertained the truth, when or how the person would think. Iti uchyate. That is, manyetat aham na karomi iti. How, the when and how the person would think. Iti uchyate. Pashyan iti. All the pashyan iti means pashyan, shunvan, prashan, jigran iti. Pashyan iti, that is the answer. The question is, tattvam avadharayan kada manyeta अथवा katam manyeta iti pritchet tasya uttaram pashyan iti. It means pashyan, shunvan, prashan, grindan, ashtan, gachan, swapran, shwasan, pralapan, visajan, grindan, unmishan, nimishan api. Indriyani indriyateshu vartante. Aham kinchit na karomi. That is the pashyan iti. That is the answer. All the sense organs, they are actively engaged with the sense objects. But I don't do anything. that is the uchyate, that is the uttaram. If it is asked Tattvam Avadharyan, having ascertained the truth, Katam Manyeta, Kada Manyeta, Atava Pasyaniti, that is the answer. Then Manyeta iti Purvena Sambandha.
मन्येत इति पूर्वेण
पूर्वेण
सम्बन्धः
सम्बन्धः
Manyeta, it is there at the end. Manyeta. So it is Purvena Sambandha, that is the Pashyin, etc. Those Yatrantas are the word, seeing, Pashyin, listening, etc. So Purvena Sambandha, a connection with Purvena Sambandha. Purvena Sambandha is Manyeta iti, that is he thinks. Naiva kinchit karomiti yukto manyeta tattavidu. So Pashyan, Shriman, etc. comes later. Therefore, these are connected to the previous phrase, expression, Manyeta. So you have to connect. So Pashyan, Shunvan, Prashan, Jigran, Ashtan, Gachan, Sapan, Shvasan, Pralapan, Visrajan, Grandan, Unmishan, Nimishan, Yuktaha, Naiva Kinchit Karomi, iti Manyeta. So it should be connected to iti Tattavit Manyeta. Purvena Sandaha, connected to the Purva is previous. Previous phrase, expression, to be connected. Because after that, there is no connection possible. There are no words to connect. Bhashakara says, Manyeta iti, with the word Manyeta, these are connected. Purvena Sambandha. The Purvena Sambandha iti, that expression, we have seen in many places. The Shastra, Acharya says. The latter part of the shloka is connected to the first part of the shloka, the phrase, first phrase of the expression of the shloka. Purvena. Then, Yasya evam tattvavidah
यस्य
यस्य
एवं तत्त्वविदः
sarva karya karana cheshtasu karmasu
कार्यकरणचेष्टा
कर्मसु
akarma eva
अकर्म एव
एव
pashyatah samyak darshinah
पश्यतः सम्यक्
सम्यक्
दर्शिनः
दर्शिनः
tasya sarva karma sannyase eva adhikarah.
तस्य
तस्य
सर्वकर्मसन्न्यासे
सर्वकर्मसन्न्यासे
एव
एव अधिकारः
अधिकारः
Karmanah abhava darshanat.
कर्मणः अभावदर्शनात्
अभावदर्शनात्
Nahi mriga drishnikayam
न हि
न हि मृगतृष्णिकायां
मृगतृष्णिकायाम्
udaka buddhya
उदगबुद्ध्या
तकबुद्ध्या
panaya pravrittah
पानाय
पानाय प्रवृत्तः
प्रवृत्तः
udaka abhava jnane api
उदक
उदक
अभावज्ञाने
अभावज्ञाने
अपि
अपि
tatraiva pana prayojanaya pravartate.
तत्रैव
तत्रैव
पानप्रयोजनाय
पानप्रयोजनाय
प्रवर्तते
प्रवर्तते
Important notice added by the Vashikara here. So, yasya tasya tattvavidah. That's why tattvavidah says. Yasya evam tattvavidah. Yasya, the pronoun referring to tattvavidah. Yasya tattvavidah. That is the person who has this vision, the darshanam, darshi, paramata darshi, paramartam, drashtum, sheelam, yeshante, paramata darshi. Tattvavit. Bhashakara used the word paramata darshi as a meaning of the word tattvavit we saw before. So, saha tattvavit, tattvavidah yasya, for that person, when all the actions are happening, but he says aham akarta, he is akarta. So if it's akarta, that is jnanam. So it is akarta if the person enjoys his vision because of the nishta. The person, even though he has not taken sannyasa, he is sannyasi. He is a sannyasi. But if at all the person takes sannyasa, vidvat sannyasa. So here, for that person, tattvavidaha, karma has no purpose. Vedika karma, lokika karma. Because kurvanapi na karoti, pashyanapi na pashyami, shrunvanapi na shrunomi. So there is no kartrutvam. And therefore there is no use of karma. Karma is not at all required. Therefore that person has got adhikaritvam in taking sannyasa. So adhikara is what type of sannyasa? Vidvat sannyasa. Because he has a vision of karmanya karmaya pashyet akarmani cha karmaya. Saha buddhiman manusyeshu. Saha krishna karma krita. But the taking sannyasa is up to his wish. Shastra cannot command. But the person can remain in whichever ashrama he is and continue to be is because there is no command of the Shastra to take sannyasa. But Bhashyakara says here, generally that person takes to sannyasa. Because karma has got no purpose at all. So even therefore, because he enjoys a vision, even though he has not taken sannyasa, he is sannyasi only. So therefore, that person sarvakarya karana cheshtasu akarmasu karma eva pashyataha. Sarvakarya karya karana, that is his body and mind and karana is sense organs. Karya, this body mind complex. Sarvakarya cheshtasu karmasu, with regard to the actions of this body mind sense complex. Akarma eva pashyataha, the one who sees akarma atma is akarma iti. That person samyak darshinaha, samyak drashtum sheelam yesham te, yasya taha. That person samyak darshinaha, tasya karma sannyasa eva adhikaraha. The one who has a vision of the truth, for him, the vision is aham akarma, aham atma akarma iti. With reference to the actions of the body and these sense organs. For that person, sarvakarma sannyasa eva adhikaraha. Yes, got adhikara for sannyasa, adhikaritvam in taking sannyasa. Because karmanaha abhava darshanat, because due to abhava darshanat, eto panchami, because of the absence of karma is not there for him. There is no kartrutva bhava, not associated with karma, aham akarma, karma atma iti, karma na vidyate tasya. So therefore that person, he has got eligibility, he has got adhikara for taking sannyasa. That person, and sannyasa would be vidvat sannyasa. Sarva karma sannyasa eva adhikaraha. Sarva karma sannyasa means it need not give up all the karma because karma is already dropped from him. So therefore he can take to formal sannyasa, sarva karma sannyasa. It's not a must. It is not the shastra vidhi. He can if he chooses. Because karma has no other purpose. Then if karma has no other purpose, then what will he do? Therefore, according to the Shastram, if it's a Vaidika, following the Shastram, संन्यास एव अधिकारः तस्य संन्यासे एव अधिकारः अस्ति not sannyasa is mandated sannyase tasya अधिकारः he has got adhikara in sannyasa only he has got no adhikara for karma he has not adhikara for Veda Purva has done the job now Veda anta also jnanam also in fact for him there is no even shastram also so karma sannyasa eva tasya adhikaraः iti then he says nahi karma this has done the purpose karma has got no use for that person that he says nahi with an drishtanta mrga trishnika is mirage water marichika mrga trishnikaayam udaka buddhya panaya pravrittah the person he sees the water the mirage water therefore panaya pravrittah wanting to drink panaya pravrittah the one who moves forward panaya pravrittah pana karmani pravrittah तः उदक अभाव ज्ञाने सति उदक ज्ञान अभावे उदक अभाव ज्ञाने सति तत्रैव पान प्रयोजनाय न प्रवर्तते उदक अभाव ज्ञाने अति there is no water when there is the knowledge of that there is no water then तत्रैव पान प्रयोजनाय न प्रवर्तते तत्रैव means towards that mirage water for the purpose prayojaya for the purpose of drinking na pravartate it doesn't go forward doesn't proceed further na pravartate because the satyata buddhi on the udaka is gone it is mirage water he has the knowledge of that the water is mirage water not real water so that previously due to ajnanam satyata buddhi was therefore he was approaching the mirage water now he has gained the knowledge that water is mirage water therefore udaka abhava jnane sati pana prayojanaya for the purpose of drinking na pravartate it doesn't further proceed further take any action of moving forward so similarly here for the sadhaka at the level of sadhana at the level of sadhaka karma has got purpose once karma has done the job aham akarta neva kinchit karomi iti atma doesn't do aham atma doesn't cannot do any karma then what is the use then when this there is no kartrutva buddhi then what is the use of the karma he doesn't have any karma he doesn't have karma is done as a sadhaka for two purposes one is for chitta shuddhi artha karma karoti already yes chitta shuddhi is not for the purpose of gaining chitta shuddhi it is for the purpose of gaining jnanam jnanam is already gained what is the use of karma which have the prayojanam of giving chitta shuddhi therefore there is no chitta shuddhi and you cannot there is no desire prompted action also in fact it all those are given up that's why only chitta shuddhi therefore kamya karma also not there prayaschitta karma also not there what prayaschitta after jnanam there is no prayaschitta karma and nishiddha karma of course not there so no karma can bind the person not required for that person action cannot become a sadhana karma cannot become a sadhana for that person yatha pana prayojanaya na pravartate udaka abhava jnanam prapya tadvat atrapi कर्मणः अभावदर्शनात् संन्यास एव तस्य अधिकारः the Bhashikara he adds a note that the person has got adhikara in taking sannyasa The karma has got no purpose to serve that person. Therefore, sannyasi, sarva karma sannyasi. Sarva karma sannyasi that is jnanam. Sarva karma sannyasi eva adhikaraha. If this is for jnani to take sannyasa, not the upadesha. For a sadhaka who practices nishta, for him, sarva karma sannyasi eva adhikaraha, let him take sannyasa so that he will have 24/7 time for himself. Therefore, that's karma sannyasi eva tasya adhikaraha, because karma has got no purpose to serve. Okay. So now this Buddhist Bhashya is done. Then Shankara Jim is a simple, small commentary here also, which we quickly read. Yoga Yuktatvadi, and Yoga Yuktatvadi, Vidvat Lakshana Panchaka Vishishtasya Brahmavidaha, Aharado Pravartasya, Darshanadi Indriya Vyapareshu Naham Karta Asmiti Evam Buddhya, Stattvamiti Aha, Yoga Yuktatvadi, Vidvat Lakshana Panchaka said in the previous shloka. Yoga Yuktaha, Vishuddhatma, Vijitatma, Titendriya, Sarvabhutatma, Bhutatma, that Pancha Lakshanam for the Vidvat, Visishtasya for that person, who is that person, Brahmavidaha, for that person, Aharado Pravartasya, even though he engages in the action, Ahara Adi Pravartau, Aharado Pravartau, Darshanadi, Indriya Vyapareshu, Darshana, Passion, Prashan, Pravataha api, Agam na karomi iti evam buddhya, in this, with this buddhi, startavyam it should remain. That is, practice vidyasanam. Eva kinchit karomi iti yukto manyeta tattavita. Passion Shrinman Sprashan Jigranashan Gachan Sapan Shosan Pralapan Visarjan Grandan Unmission Emission api Indriyani Indriyateshu Vartanta Itidargan Vartante Sandhi Vartanta Hidargan Naiva iti dvabhyam. By the two shloka, dvabhyam, kimuchate tattvavit atma yatatmyaha. Tattvavit meaning atma yatatmyaha. Atma yatatmyam is atma swarupam janati iti atma yatatmyaha. Upapada samasa. Atmanaha yatatmyam is swarupam. Yatatmyam. Yatatma bhavaha. Yatatmyam janati iti yatatmyaha. Tasya atmanaha swarupam janati. Tattvavid. It's Brahmavid. Yatihi. Yuktaha. All meaning same. Yatihi sannyasi. Brahmavid. Yuktaha. Swasya kutastatva asangatva antaha bhagihi purnatva darshana lakshanaya. Is kutastaha. Is stable. It means he remains in that vision. Kutastva. Atma is kutastha. Atma is kutastha. Asangatva. Doesn't have sangha, doesn't have association with. It is satyam. The satyam mithya connection is itself is mithya. Satyam is satyam. Cannot have association with mithya. Therefore, Atma is always asangaha. Can never become sangaha. Therefore, the status of being kutastvam, the status of being asangatvam, antaha inside, bhagihi outside. Everywhere it is Purnam. Atma is Purnam. Purnam is total, complete. Outside or inside. There is no inside or outside. Purnam is Purnatvam. Purnatva darshana lakshanaya. By the vision of the Purnatvam, the completeness, the total Purnatvam is Atma, Brahma. That prajnaya yuktaha, by the prajna, by the wisdom, knowledge. Yuktaha san, swayam, himself, bhagihi, even though in the external word, pashyan, ashnan, bhakshanam kurban, swapan, nidram kurban, Prasan Uchvasam Nishvasam cha kurvan Unmission Nimission Nimeshon Nisho cha kurvan api. All these actions, even though he does. Indriyateshu Indriyartha is Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasagandha Shabdadi Vishayeshu. Indriyani, the respective Indriyas Vartante Aham na drashta bhavati, naham drashta, naham shota, naham sprashta, naham grata. Sprashta to becomes sprashta, chintaniyam. Because samprasana cannot happen. It is ta pratyaya. Aham na drashta, trish pratyaya only. Sprashta, pavichyata pratyaya. Grata, naham bhokta, naham ganta iti evam lakshanameva vrittim. In this evam eva lakshanam vrittim sarvada dharayan. This vritti, this thought, always, aham na, I don't do all this, sarvada dharayan, chintayan, tani karmani, indriyani eva kurvanti. Indriyani alone does those karma. Aham na karomi. Then what I'm doing? Aham tu avikriya atma, avikriyatvat, because I do not have action, avikriyatvam, that is the swarupam, that is the nature of me, not subject to change. Change is possible only when I'm able to do. When I'm karta, then only change happens. I can bring about a change, and that can be change in me. Avikriyatva. Naiva kinchit karomi, I don't do anything. Kintu tat kriya sakshitvena, as a sakshi for the actions. Nishkriyatmana, atma is nishkriyaha. So in the form of nishkriyatma, tushnim eva say, I remain just quiet as a witness. Iti evam manyeta. In this way, one must think the nididhyasana should be done. Swam tatta tatra nishkriyameva viksheta. Viksheta, may the person see nishkriyatvam in all the actions. Degendriya vyapareshu aham mama iti bhavanam tyaktva. With regard to the actions of deha, sharira, and indriya, sense organs, aham, mama iti, all these notions, tyaktva, dropping, vidusha, tushnim stapayan, by the dusha, jnani, tushnim statavyam, should remain quite statavyam. Evam swam, brahma eva pashyataha, the one who sees himself as Brahma, Paramatma. There is no difference. Brahma eva pashyataha, brahmavitaha, dushta adushta, dushta adushtan na svikritya. By accepting dushta adushta anna, the food, by that prapta punya papa punya lepaha nasti iti siddham iti dvayoho arthaha. By accepting anna, which is dushta anna or adushta anna. Anna is anna. How can be dushta anna? When it is given by a papi, the dushta anna, or the anna which is contaminated, polluted. Similarly, adushta anna. So by that, adushta anna punyaha labhyate. No. Dushta anna papam no. Is not touched by lepaha. That is, lepaha is tainted, not tainted by punya or papa. Never tainted by punya or papa. Na asti iti siddham iti dvayohartaha. That is the na asti punya papa lepaha nasti iti. The punya papa is not there. It means what? Karmana karoti. Only when karma is done, punya papa is there. Punya papa not there. Therefore, even though he does karma, he doesn't do karma done. Tada vidvan punya pape viduya niranjana paramam sami mupaiti. Mandaka Upanishad. Beautifully we saw that. Tada pashyate rukmavarnam kattaramisham purusham brahmayonim tada vidvan punya pape viduya, having given up all the punya papa. Niranjanaha paramam samyam upaiti. The Paramam, which is Niranjanaha, without any Anjana, without any stain, that Upaiti he gains, attains. The commentary is completed. Vyakhyanam of Venkaranandiyam. Next Shloka, we'll see the next slide. The beautiful chapter. Om Purnamadas Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Dhanyawad.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.